So data flow diagrams are simple context diagrams and simple level 1 data flow diagrams. And create customer bills are there, simple level 2. The customer bill can be linked with the print customer back office, and then character information, bill amount, accounts, creating customer bills. We use the data flow diagrams. In the data flow diagrams we discuss the different symbols are process symbol, entity symbol, data flow and data store. Data flow diagrams consider the complex completed when they are supported by data dictionary containing the content of data flows, process description, data store contents, external entity descriptions. Next one is data flow diagrams are completed. Next one is entity relationship diagrams. Here the ER diagram depicts the data entities of the system and the relationship between the data entities. During the requirement analysis, we should use the entity relationship technique to represent the high-level logical groups of the information. Here the entity is a real-world object within the scope of the system. For each entity, you will have the identity attributes which are similar to the columns in a file, a table definition. The symbols used in the ERDR. Two are association, two are associated. Square symbols we use. Association between the two, customer and the service engineer. And here relationship diagrams are there. It provides the mechanism to represent the association between the various entities and provides analyzed with the concise notation. And then ERD looks the relationship of data in the system independent of the processing, cannot be used for the functional modeling. Next, ERD is a excellent tool for data modeling, needs to be used along with the functional modeling like DFT. Next one is object class diagrams. Object models are created during the requirement analysis, may be used to represent the data as well as the processing. Hence, object models accept to combine features of the data flow diagrams as well as the ERD. Object class diagrams show how the objects are classed related to each other, how the objects are combined to form the aggregate objects, how the objects are used for service the other objects. Here object-oriented technology come together for the purpose of UML, which combines the various notations emerged early object-oriented techniques. Object models are used where modeling if the behavior of the objects makes sense. Here object class diagrams use the UML. Next one is state transition diagrams. It is a behavior model of the system that is indicates how the proposed system will behave the response to the external events. State transition diagram represents the various states and transition between the different states. Is typically used to model the real-time and process control type of these states. Real-time states need to be response. External events occur in regular intervals. This diagram represents the states by personal stereo. Rectangle represents the possible states. Arrow indicates the rectangle. Arrow indicates the rectangle. arrow connecting the rectangle depicts the allow transitions. Arrow anything but transitions. A text on the arrow shows the conditions cause the transition take place. Some of the invalid transitions also there. Transition between the different states. Here the example of the state transition diagram is of the personal stereo. Here power off set to radio power off 1, first one power on 1 radio, and then if the power on set the tape transition diagram. Next one, set the tape is linked to the playing tape, and then set the tape is also linked to the power off set to tape, power on set to tape, and then if the if the power is off, then go to power off set to tape. If the next one is playing the tape. In the playing one, pass mode is there and play mode is there, that is linked to this transition. If the power is off, if power off playing this one, go to power off transition. Next one is power on set the tape, is again linked to the type fast forward link one, and then if the power off, go to the power off state, like transition diagram for the stereo, personal stereo, like tape or music player. State transition diagram is to be examined user analyzed to confirm the invalid transitions are not required. So this STD or does not show the processing that is required. It shows only the states and the events to the extent of the which of these events cause the change in the state. It does not provide any processing logic for the developers to build a software. Next, use cases. Use case is a description of the interaction between the system and the actor external to the system. The actor to be a person, group of persons, and the system interacts the proposed system. Use case describe the steps to actor and the proposed one. Sample use case is a supervisor and the allocate the pending calls, like this one. Here identify use cases, one or more combination of the following. Derive the list of use cases from the available documentation. Identify the events of which along with the actors must be present. Identify the actors. Identify the business process. What the actor is trying to accomplish. What the information will the actor have. Read conditions on these things. Next one is requirement documentation. Here documentation is essential, as this only lasting the impression of the requirement and station analysis. This SRS is typically requirement specification. A requirement documentation is called as a requirement specification SRS, basis development of the testing activities. Here that is used by the customer and the user, understanding the what expect. Project managers estimate the plan of the project to be delivered. Designers and programmers to know what they build. Testers to prepare the testing activities. Maintenance team understand, and trainers to be prepared. Users to be understand the proposed one. Next one is characteristics of the software requirement specification document. The characteristics are good SRS document have the following characteristics: completeness, clarity, correctness, consistency, modifiability, traceability, feasibility. These are different characteristics. Next, contents of SRS. The contents SRS template should be selected. The contents are chapter names and topic, like the contents are discussed. Other different topics are introduction, function requirements, non-functional requirements. All this contents can be displayed like this: introduction, description, functional requirements, non-functional requirements, and performance, resource utilization efficiency, security, safety, capacity, reliability, availability, reusability, ease of use, privacy, portability, administration ease, expandability, maintainability, testability, design constraints, project requirements. These are the different contents. Next one is common problems in the SRS: making bad assumptions and writing implementation instead of requirements, using incorrect terms like shall, will, and using wrong language, and missing requirements, over specifying, all these things. Next one is requirement review. Here the review consists of activity after installation. Software requirements call this activity as a requirement verification. Verification ensures the requirement conform the characteristics of excellent requirement statements like correct, prioritized, all these things, and requirement specification. Next one is continuous review. Problems of requirement viability. Software engineering discipline has to be developed. Assumes the requirements cannot be captured right at first time. Quality function deployment is to be described earlier, is another useful technique of continuous review. Next one is phase and review. Only SRS is to be built and ready according to the analyst. Document needs to be undergo formal review. SRS is the foundation for the estimation, design, subsequent software engineering activities. Yes, SRS is verifying the SRS complete, clear, correct, consistent. A software inspection process consists of planning, overview, individual preparation, inspection, meaning, rework, follow-up, all these things. Here the problems encountered: review of SRS are review of large SRS documents. Are there too many potential reviewers are there? Next, requirement sign-off topic is there. Sign-off of representatives of the customers, users, development team, end of the requirement definition activities, and the start of requirement management activities. Sign-off sign-in will be there. Meaningless formality is there. Cast in stone is there. Next, requirement management. The requirement management: changes to software requirements are inevitable. Change to SRS should be controlled through the well-defined change management. Next, change management process. This one, the important steps of change management process are initiation, impact analysis, evaluation. Process consists of initiation, it is linked to the impact analysis, it is again linked to the evaluation, again linked to the planning and execution and closing. This is a change management process. Next, maintaining the requirement traceability. Here the traceability between the SRS and the test plans are there. So with this way, this chapter is completed, requirement engineering chapter. Next chapter is size estimation. Here size estimation consists of software size is to be based, software size estimation, MB, like how much amount of space can be required for software. It is based on the requirements, so that estimation efforts schedules are based on the functional size measure. In terms of functional requirements, non-functional requirements, constraints, interaction, all these things. Here first topic is two view of string. Here two views are functional size measures, technical size measures. Initial stages of our functional view. Here the view is reliably available. Visualize the in terms of programs, lines of code, and after project progresses, know about the technical aspect of the project, all these things. Here it consists of the two functional point analysis, FPA is there, and there Mark II function points are there. Function size of function can be done by here function point analysis. It is a popular method of estimating and measuring the size of the application software based on the functionality. Function point analysis measures the quantifies the functionality requested to provide the user based on the user requirements and high level logic design. Here, according to the objectives of functional point are measuring the functionality of the software and measuring the size of the software, creating the measurement methodology, creating the consistent measure. Next one is counting development function points. Counting development function is to be done by following number of steps to be described. Here the software requirement specification can be done, and computing adjustment function parts, all this can be done. Next, identifying the data functions and determine their complexity. Here the data functions types can represent the functionality provided by the user, meet the internal and external representations, internal logic file and the external interface file. Internal logic file consists of group of information stored in the and should be user identified group. This internal logic file consists of grouping of data and control information stored, and then it is maintained by it. Users generating outputs and inquiries processed by the external inputs. These input-output files can be stored, and external interface file, the unique file shared between the system and the external application. User identified logical group of data, control information used by the user, and then this is internal computer file can be linked to the external file. The guidelines rules of the ILF and ELF are file cannot be identified by ILF as well as the ELF in the same one, can be either ILF or ELF. Next, determine the complexity of ILF, ELF or data element types and record element types. These are the data element types are used a user recognizes unique non-recursive fields to identify the RET. Record element types is a group of data element types are typically updated at the same time. Data element types that are repeated groups describe sub-entity. The number of DET and RET determine the complexity of ILF and EIF. Data element type and record element types. These are used in the ILF and external EIF. Next, identity transaction function and determine their complexity. Here the external inputs are used, external outputs, external inquiries can be used. External inputs are unique business events that needs to update the data in the system. External input to be counted for each instance. Input data across the external boundary causes some, and then data element types are to determine the complexity of external input. We use the number of data element types and then file type reference FTR. The external inputs are may reference ILF, read, insert, update and delete, and EAF, FTR. Your FTR file type reference can be counted for each ILF. For external input, we use the data element types and file type reference. Next, external outputs, we use the control output based on the boundary. External output can be counted by data crosses the external boundary and it requires some processing. External output can be based on the FTR and DET. FTR previously discussed. FTR nothing but functional type reversal, and then DET data element types. Here FTR is the file reference while processing the EVO. DET is a user recognized data can be appeared output of the EVO. Here external inquiry can be used, combination of input and output. External inquiry plus the data retrieval. It is the unique input output combination. External inquiry it should not be counted by EIN, input and output. Let's compute the unadjusted function points. Next, compute the value adjustment factor and compute the function point count. Next, counting the enhancement function points. Some advantages are there for functional points. This is independent of the technology like operating system, all these things, and developer and productivity methodologies. Next, disadvantages of functional points are use of it. Next, here this one is completed up to function points. Next, Mark II FPA is there. It is developed by Charles Simmons. Mark II was developed by across the some perceived difficulties FPA. Mark II can be continuous measure of the fact overcome the problem of 5 FPGA. All these things are there. Next, some function point method. Next one is full function points are there. Well, function points has to be gained with acceptability in real time. One software online availability continuously. Here execute all these things. Here full function points can be used. Full function point method representation is identify the process, manager, identify input output, identify entry, use of FPA, use of FFP, and then obtain total count, all these things. There are other function point extensions are there, and visible points are there, object points are there. Next, 3D function points are used. 3D function point are proposed to internal paper. This model is to be used 3-dimensional to measure the data function, control transmission algorithms are there. Next one is approximate function point computation. This approach can be used for appropriate method of suffix. Next one is quick function point count. This is based on the FPA method. This method can be used as representation of design, identify ILF, EIF, EI, EVO, EQ, all these things. Here we take one table for this quick FPC. Here overall influence and value adjustment factor is used. Here none, inefficient, moderate, average, all the table calculate this function, quick function point. Next, rapid application portfolio sizing can be used. For this one, use the external application portfolio. Estimating, maintaining support cost, value of software asset, calculate replacement, all these things. Next one is use estimated indicative function point, and directions of function point measurements can be used. Next one is IEO standards of function point are used. Cosmic is used, and LOC estimation can be used. Lines of code estimation is a technical measure the software from the developer technical point of view, user functional point of view. Next, system breakup structure. Here we use device and role. We use SBS to distinguish the decomposition from the WBS, all these things. Next, conversation between the size measures can be used, and sizing, conversation, and maintenance can be used. So like this, size estimation chapter can be completed. Next class we discuss about the effort, schedule, and cost estimation. What is productivity, and what is different estimation factors, size and effort, and schedule and effort. All these we discuss in the next class. Subscribe to my channel, Technology Education by PVK.